Welcome back to Revenge of TV live from San Diego Comic-Con. We are here at the Ignition Pavilion, and we just sat down with our very good friend of the shop, Kelly Sue DeConnick.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Kenzie's here as well because she's a huge fan. I try to include her every time we have Kelly Sue do something with us. I say Kenzie's got to be involved.
Over here like, hi.
You know, we had
Come here, girl.
come on, get in a little closer,
here.
girly. We had you recently, it was a few months ago, we did the Wonder Woman Astoria book club.
Yeah.
And we made you call in and do a whole thing.
You made me. You put a gun to my head.
We put a gun to your head.
Yes, it was terrible. It was
Yeah.
really,
we shipped you a bunch of book plates.
It was a huge burden to have a bunch of very kind, very thoughtful, dedicated, serious readers ask me questions about my book. It was awful.
Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah, well, you know.
That being said,
Yes.
let's talk about some books.
Let's do it.
What you got going on right now? FML?
Yeah, I just wrapped up the first arc of FML, and the trade will be out, I think, in September. I don't quite remember that. We have all new back matter in that. We really try not to put the same back matter in the singles as we have in the trade. One of the cool things I'm trying to highlight for the back matter of the first arc is because it is set such that Patty, the mom in the series, would have been a rock star and cartoonist in Portland in the 1990s. I was like, she would have known Ed Brubaker. Ed, can I interview you as Patty in 1993?
Oh my
and
God.
he was like, yes, absolutely.
That's awesome.
And so Ed sort of cosplayed himself as himself in 93.
Portland is such like a big part of your vibe.
Yeah.
Like obviously. Talk to me about Portland. What do you love about it?
Love Portland. And it's, you know, I grew up, I'm an Air Force family, and we moved around a lot, but I spent a good deal. I went to junior high, high school, and college in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
Oh. And Austin, Texas is the whole keep Austin weird thing.
Yeah, sure.
And Portland has, we moved to Portland when I was an adult. Portland has keep Portland weird. And I'm like, okay, you can't do that. That is not, I love you, Portland, but that's not cool. You can't do a thing about how unique you are that you took from someplace else.
I didn't know that was from Austin.
Yeah,
originally.
it's from Austin.
I'm
And
from that area, so I always thought it was a Portland thing.
it's totally an Austin thing,
Crazy.
but it was also then at the same time it was like, all right, but I've been back to Austin, and like it didn't work.
Yeah.
You know. So maybe we've earned it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Matt and I, my husband Matt Fraction,
Yeah.
and I moved there in 2009, and just felt very much as though we found our niche. You know, our climate environment. We love
Yeah.
the weather there. We love.
Yeah.
We're big readers. We like to look at the outdoors. We like.
Yeah.
We like tall windows that look at
Yeah.
big trees. We're not hikers. We're not.
I don't need to go inside of it.
Yeah.
No,
you know?
I enjoy true crime podcasts. A lot of those are set in the Pacific Northwest.
Sure.
So we have so that's fun for me.
Kenzie's from Portland as well.
I'm from Wilsonville, so like right
Oh
outside
yeah,
of Portland.
totally.
Yeah.
Our dog is also from Wilsonville.
gosh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. We adopted our dog from Wilsonville.
That's really cool.
Now, where is that in relation to Forks?
Oh,
From
get outta
Twilight.
here. It's
Is that, like,
south.
near?
It's
Oh, it's south.
But they filmed in Oregon. They filmed all of that in Oregon.
All right,
Well, most of it in
whatever.
Oregon.
So FML is a very autobiographical
Yeah.
story as well. So who is Riley?
Riley is Patty's son. He is a teenager who wakes up in the body of a monster, which is my very, very unsubtle, hi, this is what adolescence feels like.
Yeah.
And, you know, and we're doing a sort of a Kafka metamorphosis thing where it's just, like, he's never going back. You know, there's a sort of, like, people were like, oh, you know, well, is he gonna, no, he's a monster now. He woke up in this giant hairy body and he's like, everybody's afraid of me and I don't know how to navigate the world. And it was a lot about my son, or at least my perspective on, I want to be very careful to not speak for my son, but my perspective on my son's experience of adolescence. And he's this, you know, incredibly sweet boy, but he's always been very taken with the misunderstood monsters. So like the King Kongs and the Jasons, and like can't stand Freddy. Like, if they're like legit bad guys, no. But if they're bad because we're afraid of them, that's a different thing. And I drew some parallel between that and kind of negotiating what is it to navigate masculinity. And I'm not scary. I can be a protector. But also, I have to understand what it is to move through this world in a body that isn't necessarily the one that I have been in for all of this time. And there's a fun. We set it up like it's going to be this big. Oh, spoilers! But we set it up like it's going to be this big thing, and then he calls his mom upstairs, and she comes up, and she sees him, and she screams, and then just hits him with a towel, and is like, "Get in the car! We gotta go." And it's very, very much sort of the way for me as a parent. It has felt like navigating adolescence and fascism and the global pandemic. I don't know, you heard about that?
What?
No.
Yeah, I know, that was a
What was
thing
that?
that happened, and just everything of the last few years has felt like, okay, I cannot control that, so I can get the kids to school on time, and that's where we're going to focus. So it's just like, all right, you're a monster. We will open the sunroof, get in the car,
What's next for you? What are you working on now?
I'm working on a licensed graphic novel.
Okay.
I can't
Can you give us
drop
a hint?
yet. My hint is you will not guess in a million years.
Okay.
So
Challenge accepted.
yeah, there you go. So working on that. Matt will be picking up the second arc of FML.
We were asking.
That's
So
If you guys-
amazing. How is
Yeah.
that? You guys work together a lot, or
no, we don't. We wrote one teleplay together. It was me, Matt, and David Goyer. We wrote a pilot together. But other than that, we talk about one another's work a lot, but we've never actually collaborated on the same script. So this is new.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm nervous about it, but I'm also excited about it because Matt and David are both fathers of daughters, and it'll be focused on Dad and Lil this time instead of
cool.
Mom and Riley. And
that's a very cool way to collaborate on something. I feel like,
Yeah.
creatively, and then as a couple, that's really cool.
and there's he's so good.
Yeah.
He's so good in a way that it kind of a little bit pisses me off.
Sure. Well, it has to.
Yeah. And mostly it's like, Maverick and whereas I'm gonna up my game, but also there's a little bit, or I could put something in your coffee, but there's nobody I would trust. I think that makes me nervous is I know he will do something I never would have thought of.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to love it, but also I want them to love mine best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
the OG.
Yeah.
And you guys hosted spotlight panels, right?
It's going to be Saturday.
Oh, it's Saturday.
Saturday, we're gonna moderate one another spotlight
That's
panels.
really fun.
So
Are you gonna learn something new about each other? You think?
I don't know. I don't think so. It would be interesting. We haven't prepped for it.
Yeah,
'cause,
that's the best way, though. You
Yeah.
already know. Just go in.
We
Be you.
kind of we talked about, well, yours should probably focus on this kind of aspect, and yours should probably focus on this kind of aspect. But I don't know. We might. The kids are here too.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Because Henry goes off to college next month, and so this
wow.
is our last trip it's not the last time we'll be a family of four, but it's the last. It's the last trip before he is an adult off in the world.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been here since he was in a carrier, and Tallulah's never been. And they're going to the Eisners with us tonight, and then
wow.
they'll go to our spotlight panels too.
When was your first con? Do you remember?
My first con was a Big Apple con that was probably 2007.
Oh, wow.
8,
Okay.
something like that. And I went with Will Rosado, and he had been a student of Walter and Louise Simonson, and so we went up to their table to say hello, and he introduced us, and they were like, "We're about to go to lunch. Do you want to come with us?" I was like, "Yeah, I would like to. I would like to do that. Yeah, okay." And we went to lunch with them, and they were incredibly gracious and wonderful. And then after, I talked to Walter about about his issue of Thor that he wrote in verse.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, when we went back to the con floor, he dug up that issue at one of the like bin diving stalls, bought it for me. But I was wearing a necklace that said Lois because Lois Lane is my favorite character in comics.
Yeah.
And so he made it out to Lois, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to tell him because we're not going to do that. We're going to say thank you. But I told that story a few years later when I was doing press for the issue of Captain Marvel that I wrote in verse as an homage to him. And in the mail the next week, the same issue showed up. This time it was signed to Kelly Sue.
Aww.
It was just like,
That's sweet.
could there be nicer people in comics? I don't think so.
Have you ever had the opportunity to write for Lois?
I've written her twice.
Yeah.
It's been suggested to me a couple of times that I should pitch a Lois Lane book.
Yeah.
Yes,
But yeah, I mean, I really want to, but I also am like, you should get to keep something that's just for you.
Yeah.
You know, there should be something that's just, you're just a fan. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe one day. But I wrote her twice. I wrote her once when I was doing Not Wonder Woman, sorry. I wrote her once when I was doing Supergirl. And I wrote her once when I was doing a Lois and Clark short story for... I think it was for an online initiative, but I did it with Valentine from Bitch Planet.
Oh,
so,
cool.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Do you have any other like fandoms like that you're like, this is too sacred for me to dip my toe in?
I have one that's the opposite of that.
Okay.
I have one that like my husband will never answer the question of like, what's the dream license project that you wanted to do?
I'm pretty sure I asked him that yesterday.
Yeah,
I
and
can't remember.
he's always like, no, you
Yeah.
know, and mine is Modesty Blaise.
Okay.
It's a Peter O'Donnell. It was a series of novels, and then it was also a comic strip, and it's been collected in books. And there were actually two films made. One with Monica Belli. I don't remember. I'm sorry, I'm blew that.
That's all right.
But
We'll bleep it out.
And a couple of publishers have tried to get it for me, and the estate won't license it.
Oh,
and I
no.
kind of respect that.
Yeah, you gotta, right?
Yeah, and it's like fair, but at the same time, it is my James Bond.
Yeah.
It is my. I love her.
Yeah.
And I love Willie Garvin, and I've read all the novels,
Monica
and I
Vitti.
collect.
They said in my ear, Monica Vitti?
Monica Vitti, that's exactly
Okay.
right. Yes, Monica Bello is a modern actress. Monica Vitti, it would be in
Vitti.
Italian.
There you
Yes,
go.
yes. And but it's she's like this. She's this master criminal. She's like if James Bond were a woman, and instead of being a secret agent, she's the head of. Well, she's actually. She was like a crime network, but now she's retired, and she just kind of goes around setting things right.
Okay.
So it's like, I guess it's more like John Wick. I should probably compare it more to
I like
John
that.
Wick than.
Okay.
But there's a sexuality aspect to it that's very akin to James Bond that I really like because she is a little bit of a. Like she has a very platonic relationship with her right-hand man, you know, and
Yeah.
then after that, it's like she just takes levers, and then who are you? I don't know, you know, and it's kind of fun.
What inspires you these days, like in the zeitgeist? Like, are you and Matt just sitting at home watching Love Island, or like, or what's like your jam?
I mean, gosh, I consume a really insane amount of true crime, but I don't think
Yes.
that's probably
Yes.
what.
I mean, listen, you can be inspired by anything.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the stuff that really inspires me right now is actually immersive work.
Okay.
Like I'm really really interested in my degree is in theater, and I wrote during the pandemic I wrote a stage show for the Wynn Resort in Las Vegas called Awakening, and I'm working on a libretto for a rock opera for a musician right now, and then I've I went to this thing called the Next Stage Summit. This gentleman, Noah Nelson, runs it, and it's all immersive experiences and there's so many different definitions of that, but like everything from sort of Sleep No More to immersive video games to like VR to like Meow Wolf.
Yeah.
And I've been really fascinated by that lately and kind of consuming everything that I can in that direction.
I mean, that's kind of where we're at as a people, like post-pandemic. I feel like it's like we need that like human experience in such a way that's like not just sitting in front of the couch, but going out and doing something, you know?
Yeah, and like just a different way to experience narrative. You know, the work that most often moves me tends to be work that is like I love dance, and I love installation art, and these are things that are not tied to language or narrative.
Yeah, transcendent, you know.
And so the fact that then my work is very grounded in both language and narrative, and the actual job that I do is disembodied, right? So everything I talk and think a lot about. I mean, you've seen me. I talk with my hands. I'm Italian, right? And I love working with dancers, and I'm so interested in what we learn from the body. But my work is inherently disembodied,
right?
And so this immersive stuff is kind of a way of like, oh, this might be a way to kind of bring those things together to bring the body into my work a little bit.
Is there a way in the future to kind of blend your comic world with that sort of immersive experience world?
Maybe. One of the things I want to do, the idea while Matt is working on the next arc of FML, if time will allow, and it's a hard thing because one of the big puzzles is people are trying to figure out how to monetize something like an ARG, right?
Yeah.
And usually they're done from a marketing budget. But I'm like, what could I write an ARG for FML that was a mom side adventure?
Yeah.
And how would I go about doing that? And then what would pay for the time it would take me to do that?
That's the hard part, right? It's like there's so many cool things that all the artists like yourself can do, but it's like we got to figure out a way to like make it happen.
Yeah, and it's not like it's not like I wouldn't do it for the love of it, but there's only so many hours in the day, and I got 2 kids to put through school, you know? So if I'm doing that, I'm not doing something else. So it needs to be something that I'm bringing in an income for it, so it's at least paying for itself, you know?
Listen,
So,
I feel you with the billion hours we've spent over here. And,
I'm no doubt.
You got to just do it. Listen, if you're having fun, though, it's all that matters, right?
Yeah. And I love your store so much.
We
Can
love
gush
you.
about that?
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about that for...
So let's talk about that.
All right, let's
so
talk
I
about
think
me
that
now.
one of the things that that has like people are always trying to solve the puzzle of a comic store that is a comic store, but also isn't, you know, a guy that smells like pot on a bench, but with a bunch of boxes, right? And in a lot of the ways that we've tried to, I didn't have to do this hard work. I'm saying we as an industry, right? Have to, you know, like, well, and we're, you know, it's also a game store, and it's also a, you know, and like, and that's great. But you guys have managed to do this thing where it does feel like a third space destination, right? And you have movies, and you have pinball, and you know, and it's like themed rooms, but it's not themed rooms like I could do themed rooms. I'm pretty handy with a little, you know, I can build a set. I don't want to brag. But this is like, oh no, this is like grown up stuff.
Yeah.
You know, these are like, this is cool.
I mean, it goes back to what you were saying about experiences and like immersive stuff, and like that's what we wanted to do is like create a third space where you're like just living life and experience it with people. It's like
but you're doing that. And you're still comics focused.
Yeah.
And the the thing that killed me was the refrigerator cases. I just think that's brilliant.
Thank you.
So if you haven't been to the shop, they have these refrigerator cases like you would find in a bodega, and they have all of your new release comics shelved with like the ones that are out this week. It says, fresh, right? And then it's like so cool.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And obviously, you're always welcome back. Hopefully, you're coming to Block Party this year.
I
We'll
have
see.
to take my dad to Italy this year. My dad is.
That's more fun.
Yeah.
You got to pass on that. We were already planning because Bendis is like our mascot.
Yes.
So he's coming, and we were just gonna charter a bus from Portland to bring everyone down.
Yeah, I'll drive.
I don't know.
Kenzie's gonna drive.
I don't know. We could maybe we'll push the Italy trip. My dad won't notice.
Yeah, he won't know.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Where can people find you this weekend?
I think we have the 2 spotlight panels tomorrow. We'll be at the Eisners this evening, and you can find me on Blue Sky or Instagram. I'm pretty easy to find.
Here and there.
I'm a little short chick with the red hair.
We're going to the Eisner after party. Are you nominated for anything?
Yeah, FML is nominated, but we're not going to win, you guys.
Oh, please. You never know.
No, it's not this category.
It's great. Wait, what is it up against?
Absolute Batman.
I've never heard of it. Is
Oh,
that like,
okay.
That's the edition, the collected thick edition they did, right?
Yeah. So, it's like I can't even remember who else in the category, but I laughed. I was like, okay, well, all right. So
Okay.
it's like absolute Batman, absolute Martian Manhunter, like just a couple of like.
Yeah, sure.
No.
Yeah, it's me up against Ali and
George
Floyd. No, George Floyd. Oh God, no.
No, Turn
No,
it
cut that. Did you see the booby ball?
Yeah, there's a booby ball there.
Think about that and pretend I didn't say what I just said accidentally.
But I know a lot of people say, it's a pleasure just to be nominated and blah, blah, blah. But, to be nominated against all those pieces of...
No, it's great. It's super great. And honestly, it really is.
Yeah.
And not for anything, but like, if you win an Oscar, it ups your rate.
Sure.
If you win an Eisner, your rate don't change. So, it's comics, y'all.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's a nice evening to go celebrate and be with your peers. And once you make it to that level, really and truly, it's kind of stupid. You can't. I mean that completely respectfully.
All award shows are stupid,
yes,
no matter what.
Just in a that is no disrespect.
Yeah, of
no
course not.
disrespect
Of
whatsoever.
course not.
But you can't is this art better than this art? Who knows?
Yeah, who's to say?
But to be on that short list of oh no, your peers think this is some of the best work of the year. That's great.
That's
How
cool.
could you want more than that?
Yeah. We will be at the after party. We're going to stop
Sweet.
by. We'll wave at you from across the lobby
right,
or
excellent.
whatever. But good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Either way.
Thank you. Matt is up for, I think his Batman run is nominated, and also the Jimmy Olsen reprint.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
All
So
right. Well,
I
it'll
was
be a fun night. Do you have any Eisner survival tips? I heard it's very long.
It is very long. It's been a while since I've been at the Eisners. A couple of years, my survival tip would have been swallow your tongue. But I don't think I was probably supposed to say that either.
That's fine.
But no, it is long, but it is fun. And here's my tip: find Scotty Young.
Okay.
Scotty Young makes everything better.
Yeah.
He is the most delightful. Just at any time anything terrible happens to me in comics, I'm like, I gotta go tell Scotty. And Scotty's like, oh, girl! and then all of a sudden you're like, that was great, right?
Now I feel better.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by and making time for us. I know it's a busy weekend for everybody.
It's my pleasure. It was really easy.
But ladies and gentlemen, it's Kelly Sue DeConnick.